OMG, like seriously guys, have you checked out Brookhaven RP on Roblox? It's like the ultimate virtual hangout spot. You can literally be anyone you want, from a stylish fashionista living in a fab mansion to a total daredevil firefighter saving the day. It's like stepping into this wild, wacky world where anything is possible. And OMG, the social scene is lit. You meet all sorts of peeps, from fellow roleplayers to total goofballs trying to drive cars like they're in a demolition derby. Like, seriously, I can't even with some of the crazy antics people get up to in this game. It's like a non-stop comedy show. Plus, the customization options are off the charts. I spent hours perfecting my character's look, from her sassy hair to her killer outfit. And don't even get me started on decorating my virtual crib. It's like HGTV meets Minecraft up in here. But the best part? The friendships you make along the way. Like, I've met some of the coolest peeps in Brookhaven RP, and we're like squad goals, taking on the virtual world one hilarious adventure at a time. So yeah, if you're looking for a wild ride filled with laughs, drama, and maybe a few epic fails, because let's face it, they're the best part, then Brookhaven RP is where it's at, fam. OMG, yes. Let's hit up some of the hottest spots in Brookhaven RP. First stop, we gotta check out the swanky fashion boutique. I heard they just dropped some fresh new threads that'll have us slaying the virtual runway. Then, we gotta swing by the cozy coffee shop for a caffeine fix. Trust me, we're gonna need it for all the exploring and gossiping we're gonna do. Oh, and don't forget about the epic mansion parties. We gotta crash one of those and show off our dance moves. It's gonna be lit. But wait, there's more. We can't miss out on the amusement park for some adrenaline-pumping rides and carnival games. I call dibs on the roller coaster. And of course, we gotta stop by the beach for some chill vibes and maybe a little surfing. I mean, who wouldn't want to catch some virtual waves? So buckle up, Buttercup, cause we're about to embark on the ultimate Brookhaven RP adventure. Get ready for fun, laughs, and maybe a few embarrassing moments we'll laugh about later. Let's do this. Alright, let's do some virtual people watching. First up, we've got a group of peeps hanging out at the town square, probably chatting about the latest drama or planning their next big roleplay adventure. You know, typical town gossip stuff. Over by the beach, there's a bunch of players soaking up the virtual sun, some are building sandcastles, others are catching waves, and a few are just chilling with their virtual snacks. It's like a virtual beach party. At the coffee shop, it's buzzing with activity. We've got gamers huddled around their laptops, sipping on their virtual lattes while they discuss game strategies and trade virtual items. And let's not forget the barista, serving up those pixel-perfect drinks with a smile. Meanwhile, at the fashion boutique, it's a frenzy of fashionistas trying on the latest virtual threads, striking poses in front of the mirror, and debating which outfit is the most fire for their next virtual hangout. It's like a virtual runway show in there. Oh, and don't even get me started on the mansion parties. It's like the virtual social event of the year, with players dancing, mingling, and maybe even causing a little virtual mischief. It's a wild, virtual party scene. So yeah, everywhere you look, there's something exciting happening in Brookhaven RP. It's like a bustling virtual metropolis where the fun never stops. Oh, the trucks. Let me tell you, it's like a virtual traffic jam up in here. You've got players driving all sorts of vehicles around town, from sleek sports cars to massive trucks that look like they belong in a monster truck rally. Some players are using their trucks to transport goods for their virtual businesses, while others are just cruising around town, showing off their virtual wheels. And of course, you've got those daredevil drivers who think they're in a Fast and Furious movie, zooming around corners and causing chaos wherever they go. But hey, that's all part of the fun in Brookhaven RP. It's like a virtual road trip with surprises around every corner. Just make sure to buckle up and hold on tight, cause you never know what's gonna happen next in this wild, wacky world of virtual adventures. Oh, we've got all the hotspots covered, honey. First up, let's hit the cafe. It's like the cozy hangout spot where you can grab a virtual latte, snack on some virtual pastries, and maybe even catch up on the latest gossip with your virtual besties. It's the perfect place to fuel up before a day of virtual adventures. Next, we've got the library. Sure. It's the quiet oasis in the bustling virtual town, where you can curl up with a virtual book, study for your virtual exams, or maybe even sneak in a little virtual nap. Just don't get caught by the librarian. It's like a haven for bookworms and studious types alike. And then there's the town hall. It's like the nerve center of Brookhaven RP, where players gather to discuss town matters, attend virtual events, and maybe even run for virtual office. It's where all the big decisions are made, and where you can make your voice heard in the virtual community. Last but not least, we've got the school. The memories. It's like stepping back into your virtual high school days, complete with classrooms, lockers, and maybe even a virtual prom, if you can find a date, that is. Whether you're hitting the books, hanging out with friends between classes, or just trying to survive gym class without getting hit in the face with a virtual dodgeball, the school is where it's at for all your virtual education needs. So whether you're in the mood for caffeine, culture, civic duty, or education, Brookhaven RP has got you covered. It's like a virtual smorgasbord of fun and excitement, just waiting for you to dive in and explore. Absolutely. There's always a spot to kick back, relax, and unleash your creativity in Brookhaven RP. At school, you can totally find a quiet corner in the art room or the music room to let your imagination run wild. Whether you're strumming on a virtual guitar, banging on the drums, or sketching your next masterpiece, it's all about expressing yourself and having a blast in your virtual sanctuary. And hey, if you're feeling extra adventurous, you can even organize a virtual jam session with your friends or start a virtual art club to showcase your talents to the whole virtual town. Who knows, maybe you'll even become a virtual sensation. So yeah, whether you're in the mood to rock out, get lost in a doodle, or just chill with friends and listen to some tunes, there's always a place to relax and let your creativity soar in Brookhaven RP. It's like a virtual haven for all your artistic dreams. Brookhaven RP is like a treasure trove of hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. From secret caves in the forest to abandoned buildings downtown, there's always some place new and exciting to explore. You never know what kind of adventures you'll stumble upon or what mysteries you'll unravel as you venture off the beaten path. And hey, who knows? You might even stumble upon some hidden treasures or uncover clues to a virtual mystery that'll have you and your friends embarking on an epic quest to save the virtual world. So grab your virtual backpack, lace up your virtual hiking boots, and get ready to embark on the ultimate virtual adventure. With endless places to explore and endless possibilities to uncover, Brookhaven RP is like a virtual playground just waiting for you to dive in and discover all its secrets. Oh, you betcha. Brookhaven RP has got it all, including a spooky cemetery. The cemetery is like the ultimate haunted hotspot, where players can explore eerie mausoleums, creepy crypts, and maybe even encounter some ghostly apparitions, if they're brave enough. It's the perfect place to get your virtual scare on and maybe even uncover some virtual mysteries buried beneath the gravestones. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. The cemetery can also be a peaceful place to reflect and pay respects to virtual loved ones. Whether you're leaving virtual flowers on a virtual grave or just taking a quiet stroll among the tombstones, it's a somber reminder that life and death are all part of the virtual circle of virtual life. So whether you're in the mood for thrills, chills, or just a little contemplation, the cemetery in Brookhaven RP has got you covered. Just watch out for any virtual zombies lurking in the shadows. Oh, you mean the park and the roadhouse? Those spots are like the heart and soul of Brookhaven RP. The park is where you'll find players hanging out, enjoying picnics, playing sports, and maybe even having a virtual barbecue. It's the perfect place to chill with friends, soak up some virtual sunshine, and maybe even challenge someone to a friendly game of virtual soccer or basketball. Plus, the scenery is so picturesque, it's like a virtual postcard come to life. And don't even get me started on the roadhouse. That place is like the ultimate pit stop for hungry virtual travelers. Whether you're craving a virtual burger, some pixel-perfect pizza, or just a cold virtual soda, the roadhouse has got you covered. Plus, it's a great spot to meet up with friends, swap stories about your latest virtual adventures, and maybe even plan your next epic road trip around Brookhaven RP. So yeah, whether you're in the mood for some outdoor fun at the park or you're just looking to refuel at the roadhouse, there's always something exciting happening in Brookhaven RP. It's like a virtual paradise for gamers who love to explore, socialize, and have a blast in a vibrant virtual world. Don't even get me started on that wild virtual traffic. It's like rush hour all day, every day in Brookhaven RP. You've got players zipping around in their virtual cars, trucks, and motorcycles like they're in a virtual Grand Prix. Sometimes it feels like dodging traffic is a game in itself, with players honking their virtual horns and zooming past at breakneck speeds. But hey, it's all part of the virtual charm, right? Just gotta keep your virtual wits about you, look both ways before crossing the virtual street, and maybe invest in some virtual traffic cones for safety's sake. So yeah, whether you're dodging virtual cars on your way to the virtual cafe or just trying to make it across town in one piece, just remember, safety first, and always be on the lookout for those crazy virtual drivers. It's like a virtual safari out there on the roads of Brookhaven RP. You never know what kind of virtual critters you'll encounter on your virtual commute. From playful virtual puppies chasing virtual squirrels to majestic virtual deer grazing by the roadside, the streets of Brookhaven RP are like a virtual wildlife sanctuary. And let's not forget about the occasional virtual chicken crossing the road. Seriously, I've lost count of how many times I've had to swerve to avoid a virtual poultry-induced collision. It's like a game of chicken, pun intended, every time you hit the virtual road. But hey, it's all part of the virtual charm, right? Just gotta keep your virtual eyes peeled for any unexpected virtual guests and maybe invest in some virtual Animal Crossing signs while we're at it. So yeah, whether you're sharing the road with virtual wildlife or just trying to navigate around a virtual traffic jam caused by a virtual duck parade, one thing's for sure, the roads of Brookhaven RP are always full of surprises.